human civilizations toward modern society, a lot has changed. Throughout the years, many great empires, including but not limited to Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians, came to existence and managed to affect later civilizations thanks to their unique societies and geopolitical locations. So, in the end, we could easily say that even after their dissolutions, these empires have managed to live through their role in human history. But of course, like in any other topic, the devil is in the details. The most prominent reason why these empires have emerged in the first place was because of the region they were formed in which was the cradle of civilization, or the region of Mesopotamia as we know it. In this video, we will try to shed light on the region of Mesopotamia from the aspects of its trade routes, cultural interactions, and its economic structure. And what better way there is to start talking about such topic than the trade routes themselves. Silk Road. The Silk Road was a renowned trade route that was active from the 2nd century BCE until the 15th century. The name Silk Road was given to it by the Chinese silk, which was a highly demanded good at the time. Goods such as spices, tea, textiles, and many precious metals were imported from here. Just like the other trade routes on our list, the Silk Road was integral for humanity's progress on the cultural, technological, and political practices. Royal Road. The Royal Road, or the Royal Road of Persia to be exact, was the ancient route that was used mostly to import goods such as textiles, cultural artifacts, and spices to the land of Persia. Incense Route. The incense route was a route that consisted of major lands and sea trading route linking the east and the west, and was used for transporting goods such as slaves, metals, pearls, and spices. Via Maris. The Via Maris, or the Way of the Sea to be exact, was a famed trade route along the Mediterranean coast connecting Egypt and eventually to Anatolia. It severely affected trade and cultural exchanges between ancient Egyptians, Phoenicians, and Israelites. Amber Road. The Amber Road was a trade route that connected the Baltic Sea in northern Europe to the Mediterranean region. While one could say that it's not in the Near or Middle East, it undoubtedly played a remarkable role in broader Eurasian trade network and connected with the other remarkable passes through the region. Trans-Saharan trade routes. These routes link North Africa with West Africa, enabling the traffic of important goods such as salt, gold, textiles, and slaves. Major trade cities included Timbuktu, Djenné, and Gao in West Africa, and other cities in North Africa.
Long history of trade routes, dating back to the time of the Neolithic man around 6000 BC. The Sumerians were the first merchants in Mesopotamia, which is derived from the Zagros Mountains in 6000 BC. They discovered wild wheat in the hills and developed irrigation systems in order to grow their crops. Mesopotamian trade allowed civilizations to have cultural exchange and diplomatic relations, which consist of two cultures, Sumerian in the south and Akkadian in the north, each with its own language. In spite of many conflicts and changes in power, Mesopotamia remained a center of trade and cultural exchange. Its location between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers made it a natural crossroads between the civilizations of the Mediterranean, India, and China. The region's legacy can still be felt today in fields such as literature, architecture, and mathematics. Mesopotamia was a region firmly dependent on rivers and canals. Primary water transport rose for bulk goods since they were more convenient than taking land roads. However, due to the northwest winds, the Euphrates and Tigris rivers were difficult to navigate. Therefore, trade is routed by alternative roads between several regions, including Harran, Tuttul, and Euphrates.
Now we will talk about the crucial influence that trade and business that on the development of the Near and Middle Age civilization. This is a story of major thoroughfares, marine trade, and strategic empires. First, let us take a look at the historical narrative given by Herodotus, who emphasizes the Persian Empire's economic grandeur in the histories. The Persian Empire was able to flourish as a major trading hub due to its strategic location at the intersection of the East and West. This involved a significant transfer of goods and services, culture and information, rather than just the accumulation of money. An anonymous essay, The Pericles of the Erythraean Sea, delves into maritime trade and provides a first-hand insight of the complexities of Red Sea and Indian Ocean trading routes. This story draws an emphasis on the numerous economic relationships that exist between communities. The transaction was not limited to commodities, it demonstrated the economic interdependence of various civilizations. Moving on to the physical world, think of the importance of roads like the Incense Road and the Royal Road. These historic roads served as economic conduits, tying the Middle East and the rest of the world together. In particular, the Royal Road was essential in propelling the Persian Empire to previously unheard levels of wealth and power. Looking at the academic analysis, experts such as Andre Van Frank have carefully examined the complex economic structures that underpin historical trade routes. Their writings highlight the ways in which trade sparked enormous socio-economic and cultural changes, in addition to being limited to business dealings. So, the economic aspects of commerce and trade in the ancient Near and Middle East go beyond simple business dealings. These networks had a significant impact on political, social, and cultural environments of the day. Thinking back on this historical story, it becomes clear that knowing the rise of ancient civilizations requires a grasp of the economic fabric created by these trading networks.